We have a lot of trends out in the web design, e-commerce platforms, and UI, UX, user experience, user usability. 2022 into 2023, I think it has completely shown that online shopping will be number one. I think it's already number one. There's no doubt it's number one. People are no longer buying at the store, physical stores. They are purchasing everything online. The delivery system has completely surpassed the traditional go to the store and buy things. It quickly transitioned to curbside pickup, and then now we see a almost 90%, maybe more, delivery system. So you order online, you get it delivered. But before, maybe you would order online and then pick it up at the store. Now it's like fully, I would say 100%, if not 99%. Buy online, get it delivered. And the problem right now is the turnaround in the delivery. So now it's becoming how fast the delivery system is producing this. Because people need to go back to that. Like, they're trying to find if I do go to the store, I buy it directly at the store, I get it, I put it in a bag, and I leave with the item. With online shopping, you see it online, it's all digital. You go through the checkout, you purchase, but the item is not there yet. So the delivery becomes crucial in the turnaround. Right now, it could be same day. Maybe I think the fastest would be 30 minutes. But eventually, the goal for all these e-commerce platforms is to have a almost instant delivery system from the minute you purchase it. So that's the challenge. But here we are talking about how the experience from you looking at items online to making a decision on purchasing the item, and how easy and fluid it is for you to pick something, see it, visualize it, understand it, and make the decision of buying it before you even see the item. It's almost like you get a 90%, maybe 95% understanding of what you're getting before you get it. So when you do get it, your expectations are exactly how it is as you saw it online. So this becomes very, very crucial and important for designs or designers and people that make online platform e-commerce experience easy and understandable. So here are 12 e-commerce design trends for 2022, but I'm going to roll this over. I'm going to say 2023 as well. So let's start off with the first one to see what we have here. So striking colors and attractive typography, very crucial. You want people to understand what you're saying as far as details, titles, details of the items. You don't want them to zoom in or something like this to figure out what the words are saying. Everything has to be clear, simple, spaced out correctly so everything is readable. And then as far as the colors, it can't be too crazy. You can't have colors that are just very blinding to the eye or hurt or aching. They hurt your eyes, especially depending on the monitors that you're using. You know, it could affect someone's experience. Also, you have to consider people that are colorblind, so they can't really see the colors that perhaps other people are seeing. So you have to kind of manage and associate and adapt to all sorts of color spectrums. And just to give you an example, this card right here is a bad example of attractive color and typography and readability. So you have a light purple, pastel purple background with a black typeface. You know, and you can't really see the typeface. It's hard to read. The contrast is very almost similar. So bad example for the striking colors and attractive typography. The second is taking a mobile first approach. I would just throw this out because I would say it is now 100% mobile. It's saying here, according to Outerbox, 79% of smartphone users have made a purchase online using their mobile device. I would probably say more than 90%. It's got to be 90%. People are making purchases online with their phones. Phone is it's in your hands. So if you're thinking about something to purchase, the first thing you're taking out is your mobile phone, because you could be anywhere. You could be, I would say, even if you're in front of a computer, you would take out your mobile phone first to check. Perhaps you're asking your phone, voice search, and it finds it directly. So especially with technology like Alexa, and you're shopping through Amazon, it's crucial that people are using voice to find things. So I would probably say more than 90% mobile first approach. It's not even, you can't even think about it. It's first. Like when you design something, you have to design first now in the mobile space and then move backwards. So go mobile, you start off designing in mobile and then you expand outwards into a bigger screen. So yeah, it's already there. I mean, it's I don't know what's next, but right now top priority is a mobile first design approach if you're building a e-commerce. The third, creating an interactive shopping experience. Even though there are many people who prefer to shop online, some still want to interact with the products before making a purchase. Okay. 49% of millennials and Gen Z consumers have gone to a physical store as they wanted the in-store experience. Okay. So that's why 50%. Interesting. This problem can be addressed by incorporating shopping experiences such as interactive signage, augmented reality, and smart mirrors. Okay, so this is an interesting, if this 49% is accurate, I could see something where if you do have a physical store and people are still coming into your physical store, you are perhaps trying to put like they're saying, a smart mirror where you can minimize the store as far as inventory. And if people do come in to check out your store, you can have a bunch of smart mirrors where you can try on outfits through the mirror and then make a decision if you want to purchase it or not. Does it look good on you? I know that sounds weird, because why would I want to try something digitally versus actually putting on the shirt, let's say, right? It's kind of weird. But for the business, they don't have to have a lot of the items or the inventory out in the store for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps Maybe most of their items are online, and it's better to calculate how many people are buying versus having the whole inventory out in the store, and then it's the end of the month and nobody bought the t-shirts you had out, you know? So perhaps have them try it out if they're coming to the store. Like I said, if this is a 49% millennials and Gen Z coming to the store, you can have them try it out digitally through a mirror, augmented reality, eventually when things get out there. But with your phone, you can easily do that. And some kind of signage, I guess. But the smart mirrors, I think, would be interesting. I've seen those before. And by 2023, I think it would become a thing. And then eventually buying through the smart mirrors directly. Boom, you're done. Okay, well, this is 4. Dedicated landing pages for products. Landing pages will be another e-commerce design trend to look at. So dedicated landing pages for products. Yeah, I guess you can dedicate certain if you have a specific item that should deserve 95% of the attention versus all the other items, I would make that dominant and clear, have the most information as possible, have interactions with this page with this specific product, so you can make it as simple as possible for that one specific item to be recognized, visualized, understood, and then you make a decision if you do want to go ahead and buy it, and then proceed to checkout. So let's see. 5, storytelling approach via product pages. Stories are a great way to direct people to buy the product. Through stories, you can shift the focus of your content from selling to solving the problems of shoppers. That's another good idea. I mean, it's not always about selling, unless the product could sell itself, meaning you really don't have to put too much into it. And like a little toy, perhaps, that a kid sees and automatically is attracted to it and doesn't really need a story because the toy is so convincing and so attractive that it's already understood. Perhaps if you have some kind of package that you put together and you don't, and then the potential buyer doesn't really understand what the product is, and they can't decide on what perhaps it gives them as far as the value. You can essentially create a story behind that product based on previous purchases, or how the product itself potentially gives you the value through a video or through photos, and then you start putting these pieces to the puzzle in order to understand what you're buying. So storytelling. 6, multi-directional asymmetric layouts. Product gallery is one of the most important parts of your e-commerce website. It gives visitors information that could lead them to make a purchase decision. Yeah, I mean, this is just based on more of the Instagram grid system, right? It's symmetrical. It's three across, and then 3 columns. So based on how you design it, it could be visually appealing and it's not all over the place. So you're having a more structured, clean layout on the site, on the platform. And then also you could have a carousel system where you can focus certain products within a horizontal space and then have people drag across left or right based on what you're trying to push forward, you know. So a carousel is more like showing maybe different colors or different sizes or different varieties within the product, or similar categories within that product, and use it as that. Or you have the vertical. People are so used to vertical symmetrical layouts, it's easier to shop that way. It's simple, keep it simple, and then it's kind of like see it, click it, and go. 7, adding Vaporwave aesthetics. Vaporwave aesthetic. Everyone has found memories of interacting with Clippy, the cute Microsoft assistant. Remembering such types of design elements give us powerful feelings and nostalgia. So this is basically a adding an element to the platform or to the site where it's almost like a mascot or something that is visually connected to the brand, and you can use it throughout the site as a navigator or some kind of interactive helpful tool that if you're hovering or you're seeing a product on the screen, and perhaps you're reading about it or seeing something about it, this element could potentially give you more information that is tied to it. So it's producing more valuable content, and you could section it out based on where you are in each of the products. So that could be done with something like that, like some cartoon design, or even now you have like all this AI live chat or AI almost like avatars where you could input the information and then produce a more human approach to it, and then you could interact with it. So that's something I would see that in 2023, 2022, 2023. Let's see, clever navigation with page transitions. Page transitions are also known as animated transitions. It is used to give a good browsing experience to websites. So, clever navigation. Clever navigation is perhaps not your traditional top. You have your navigation. Before, the navigation system was something that was fixed to the left or to the right of the screen, and it dropped down vertically. Then, as screens became wider, the navigation became more on top across the screen. Then, as responsive design became a thing, where the size of the layout would adjust based on the size of the screen. You can then have both. You can have a left or right vertical navigation, or have a top horizontal navigation, and you can adjust it based on the size. And now for mobile, since everything is smaller, you have the hamburger menu, which you click on it, and then it would open up a navigation system, which would be more like it fills up the screen, and then it would produce a vertical navigation once again, more centered on the screen, on the phone, mobile phone screen. But also you have people that like to navigate through the footer, so you can initially just put everything in the footer section, because people will actually go to the footer and spend a lot of time finding where they need to go, and they see it at the footer. You can also create internal navigations within the page as well, and then move people around. The whole point here is people don't want to be lost wherever they are. So you want to always keep them in motion, keep the momentum going. Wherever they are, whatever the next move is, you have to anticipate where they want to go or where they maybe perhaps want to go back to. So that construction needs to be visualized and understood before they even get on the page. Transitions, I don't see transitions too much of an importance. Like, you can have transitions, but because it's more like a visually pleasing kind of element. So like if you perhaps go from a product to a more detailed area of the product, you can make a transition that's kind of fluid or seamless, and then give that appeal of like it's nicer to see. But I don't see transitions as a thing, important thing as far. Micro animations. Micro animations are brief animations that will help you explain many things visually without using words. It will also simplify tasks such as drag and drop and inform users they have performed a task correctly. So that's pretty much if you add something to your cart, instead of saying, you know, it has been added to the cart, you can just kind of make a green checkbox, something that pops up on the screen, and it's almost it's how would I say, it's like it's a visual presentation of knowing that the item has been added to the screen. You know, you're not reading it. It's more like you visually see it happened. So this is huge. This is actually one of the things I would suggest creating into 2023, end of 2022 into 2023, is creating more micro interactions, little things that you no longer need to write to for it to make sense, because the writing did not, it could be lost. People will be like, what happened? You know, like what's going on here? What's the next move? You know, what do I do next? Maybe you did put it on the screen, but maybe it was at the bottom of the screen, and it didn't act upon like going to the bottom of the screen to read the message. So it's got to be something where wherever they are, it has to animate or interact with the user. So that's adding to the cart, maybe proceeding to the next page. Maybe if you like something, maybe if you completed the purchase, or like let's say you're verifying something, and you're like, did it verify? So it needs to have some kind of rich animation to convince that something happened, or it has achieved that mechanism, or that interaction. It achieved it. Neutral pastel colors to add that warmth. I mean, this is depending on the brand, or depending on perhaps the color. You know, if you're selling beverages and you're showing some kind of something maybe refreshing, maybe it depends on what you're trying to create, because it could be something that's more refreshing or cool, something that's cold, ice cream, or maybe if it's warm, something like if you're doing some kind of product with cooking, or you know, if you're a travel agency that's selling summer packages, it all depends. Original photographs with graphic touches. Okay, this is huge. This is one of the big ones. There's a lot of stock photography websites out there. There's a lot of free ones. Actually, the free photography websites right now are the #1 stock sites where everybody's getting their photography. They are destroying the traditional old stock sites where you would purchase tokens, or you would buy like monthly, like you would purchase a monthly package where you get credits and then you buy these images. No, forget it. Like, people are going directly now to the top 3 free stock photo sites, and they are getting everything through there. You could see it in the numbers. It's crazy. So, but what the original photography is, if you're a brand, if you're a company selling products, or you tie products to locations, you do want to have your own photography and video, because it's going to show more originality. It's going to show that you are authentic, and you will not have the same photo that perhaps 100 other e-commerce sites have, you know? And I see that. I see that a lot. Like, people they go to the stock sites and they search for a specific photo, and they filter it based on the most used photo or downloaded photo or the most popular photo, and they will buy that photo 100, 200, 300, 400 times, different people buying it because it's the most popular photo, and they want that photo to be on their site because it's attractive. And then you have like 500 websites or platforms that have the same photo, and then it becomes not valuable because people start realizing, they see it. Oh, I saw this photo in this site. I saw that photo on that site. It's not original. It's a beautiful photo, probably. The photographer probably was like, oh, wow, everybody's downloading my photo. But for your business and for your platform, for your e-commerce, it's not original. So have original photography or video. AI and chatbots for personalization. Yes, another huge thing. You have a lot of AI avatars right now that you can text to speech, and they will create a complete video presentation for you, for your site. And you can interact better with the users, potential buyers. So if you don't like being on the screen, creating a video for your platform, you can create these AI generated avatars and produce high quality presentations. Again, these avatars will become generic, because if everybody starts using them, they'll just start appearing on everybody's sites. So, I mean, eventually, I think what will happen is like it will generate hundreds of thousands of different avatars where you can select specific ones, or you can create them. Because I believe right now it's just creating a few of them based on photos in a database, and then it stitches like the hair from one photo and the nose from another photo and the eyebrows. So eventually I think it will generate hundreds of thousands of avatars and then produce this AI system on your platform that you could use. Chatbots. I mean, people are they don't even call anymore. They see a live chat on the site and they directly go to it because it's a direct live chat, and people just want to get answers directly live with someone, and they prefer texting instead of calling. It's also good for business because you could track the chat and then keep that as you can archive that as a save it as customer chats, and you can use it as data for to teach perhaps people that are chatting with customers on what to do and what not to do. So And that was the last one. So very interesting stuff for all this trending web e-commerce related elements for at least the end of 2022, and I think this will roll over into 2023. So let me know, what do you guys think? If you guys are using any of these elements right now on your platform, let me know how it's working out, and if you have any suggestions into the future or something that's trending that you think should be trending, let me know in the comments.